time with a late night reading. It's actually not. It's only like 8 o'clock, but it felt like it. I don't know. Time is so weird. It's exactly how I was going to start this video. I was sitting outside watching 12 Monkeys. It's an old movie. I'm old. And it was about this man that was sent back in time. He was from the future, and they sent him back in time to pick up clues to find a cure for a disease that they knew was going to come and kill people. And he goes back and forth through time, and he can't tell what is real anymore. And at the end, he's like, you're right, I was crazy. I made all of this up. I must be crazy. I need your help. I don't want to live in two realities. I want to stay here. Help me be well. That's how the movie ended. And it's like, dude, I was talking about that earlier in my video about reincarnation. It's like, it's so fucking fake. It's like, I've seen this before. I'm getting this writing on the wall that says the Mandela effect. I'm not sure what that is. I know it's parallels or mirror versions of reality that happen. I'm not even going to try to explain the mirror world. A mirror, oh god. It's an absolute fake reality. The mirror world. That's why I don't do mirror magic, because we catch everything in the mirror world. But you can release it too. That's why I don't fuck around with mirrors. There's all these, chants of, go in the mirror and turn off the light and say somebody's name 3 times type shit. All those weird things. Nope, we don't play around with the mirror world. I don't know, a bunch of weird stuff. I'm in a kind of a weird place. I am excited about tomorrow. I have my job interview. And again, it's not like something I was chasing, right? So it's the same thing that happened with the last job. I mean, it just manifested itself. So, but naturally, when you've gone through, what I've gone through, you still feel it's just the jitters. I've done interviews after interviews. And then what had happened last time, that was weird, but I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. But like I've never gotten past the interview process or the background process, and then they decided not to go with me, which just means that they had a better candidate, and that's okay too. I just had never experienced that. I've never really experienced not getting a job. If I went for a job, I was sure of it. I'd always got that particular job. So this has been an interesting ride, to say the least. You would say rejection or losing, but I just never have. So it was like, well, that was interesting. And I take it as, there's somebody else. When you've been a person like me that's done panel interviews, for those that don't know, when you're sitting in front of a panel of of directors that want to interview you, yeah, like these things are pretty intense. So it's like, a whole fucking deposition almost. So anyways, I'm a little excited about it. I know it never is. People put a lot on it, but as a person that is an employer, when you sit across another employer, there's a certain sense of, just comfortability. I don't really stress it like that, but I'm excited for that. And with that being said, that opens up possibilities. So I want to see what comes. You know what I mean? In essence, it's like, are you checking to see if you got the job? I'm checking to see where my mindset should be, no matter what happens. Because again, I don't know if it's about the job. Everything is, on the outside, looking in, it sounds great. But you don't know what's inside there. I have no idea what I'm about to pull up on. All I know is that I was summoned to it. And so it's interesting. And, anyways, I was, last minute, I was like trying to put together my outfit for what I was going to wear to my interview, and I was like, I don't have any closed-toe heels. I was like, and I told Red, I was like, hey, can you take me in the donation room? And we went in there and had so much fun. My daughter found a perfect pair of heels in my size, and at the same time she did, I found a perfect dress that matched them. I was finding the dress on the other side with the tags on it. And I found this amazing jacket that I just went crazy about. He's like, that's he didn't know what to say, dude. When I started grabbing fashions, people don't know what to say. I was like, isn't this awesome? I was like, it looks like I'm so very detective. Like, it looks so very Carmen Sandiego. He's like, yeah, but it goes to the ground. I was like, I know. They're gonna be like, she was in a trench coat. It's like, you got a trench coat? Sort of. Not exactly. It's pretty awesome. Like, it's such a weirdo. Anyways, I really just went in hopes. I was just a last minute request. It was like, let me see if I can find some shoes to go with, you know what I mean? And I found perfect shoes, a brand new freaking dress, and a jacket. And I was like, oh, this is sweet. I'm stoked. I like that type of shit. And then after that, I started watching a movie. Dude, I'm seeing the weirdest cards pop off. As soon as I started, I saw the fucking tower at the bottom. Right now at the bottom is Justice and the Divine Feminine. You know, if I wanted to be a tarot reader, we could tell a whole story. I don't really like to do all that bullshit. I was thinking about the tarot readers. Just traveling through time, it's like I myself had to pick up all the clues. I had to put together the puzzle pieces. I had to follow the dots. I had to follow the timeline to get back to me. And it's like, wow, it worked. I didn't know when I woke up what the fuck I was doing. And then it just happened. I'd become my higher self. I knew from the teachings and stuff like that. But something as simplistic as I started with tarot readers who don't talk about nothing but people that you're chasing. These tarot readers don't talk about shit. They talk about people outside of you. So they weren't really helpful. In essence, I guess it was just entertainment. Now, I used to be able to listen to Magnetize Yourself, and I could listen to how to heal myself as far as my Divine Feminine and my Divine Masculine. But later, they just became gossipers. You know, going back to like Wolfman, right? So, and that's all of them. He's like, I mean, I could say the same thing about Steve's Love Tarot. We're going to do a September reading before September. Then we're going to do every fucking week of September readings. All they're doing is focusing on your soulmate, your love. That's all they teach, bro. Like, that's what they use these for. I cannot believe that. When I first started tarot, I made a pact. I made a pact with the universe. I will never pull cards on a person, and a person can never pull cards on me. Now you can hear that most of them, they're pulling on collective energy. I live in the collective, and I go through the vibrations, just like you do. So, you can have that, but not the full outcome. Why? Because I won't stay in that vibration. You'll never know how it truly ends. You'll know how it starts. You'll know the people that are outside. You'll hear their free will positions. You'll hear what they're doing. But you'll also see that I was out of there before it ever hit. So that's how it is. It's like, have you ever been tempted? Only once. Maybe twice, and that was with Marshall. I really wanted to know where he was spiritually. Really? It was important to me. But I never did it. Because I felt that's a whole fucking abusive privacy. So I don't do that. I'm not going to pull cards on you. I'm not a tarot reader. If you ask me to pull cards on somebody, I'm going to tell you to go find somebody else to do that shit. I'll tell you about you. If you want to talk to dead people, we don't need tarot cards either. Alright, so with that being said, I did a nice shuffle-uffle-guess. We're just going to see what's up. We're going into a new timeline. Today's a Monday portal. I've just been on the fucking, on the fucking roller coaster of love, I guess, is what we're going to call it. I didn't do my intro. I realized that. Did I? I don't know. I'm the High Priestess Phoenix. I am the Lilith reincarnated, and I do a bunch of great shit that they call mystical. Whatever, moving on. I am the resurrected goddess. So anyways, yeah, on a Monday, I never know where I am. You'll watch me go through awful recoveries where I'm usually up and down, up and down. And then Tuesday is the day that God has, is a Mars day where we're given drive to do things and accomplish great things. It's the day of the Lord and all that great shit. Keep in mind, Mars is half Scorpio and half Aries, so you've got some serious drive going on in that kind of day, and that's why they call it the day of drive. Anyways, with that being said, so we're just going to kind of look into it. I'm starting a new week, a new chapter, a new life. It's the brand new year. We're on a new cycle. Nothing really happens today. I mean, there's a lot going on, I just want to point out, but not for me. Not on a moon day. Alright. And don't care where we are currently. Where will we be in the morning? Full of strength. What do you want us to use that strength for? Battles. Which ones? Moving forward. How do we need to move forward? Alright. There's our answers. You ready? Are you ready? Let's start from the beginning. Where's that book? I don't know. I've got so many books up here. I don't know why all my books are still here and I haven't put them back where they're supposed to. I got guidebooks and a fairy Bible, self-realization, all kinds of books up here. Really? Yeah. I don't know. They're supposed to be up here. I don't know. I do what I... Oh, Queen of Pentacles. There we go. Alright, so we are in a state of strength. There she is there. Here she is here. This is a very awesome card. This card is about inner strength. It shows a young girl dressed in white, symbolizing purity and higher spiritual awareness. The three beasts represent physical prowess, passion, sexual energy, and animal instinct. She does not have or desire power over them, but works in union with them. Inner strength can only be achieved through understanding and accepting your wild nature. I did a whole video today about my very wild, dark nature, and that this is what it is. You got to accept that this is part of it too. I will flare up and burst into flames, and there is a dark side. I try to show all my dark sides. Why? Because you're not supposed to keep them hidden. Because when they come out, then people are afraid. Let's see. Inner strength can only be achieved by understanding and accepting your wild nature, bringing it into consciousness, making it visible for the world to see, and using its positive aspects while taming its negative qualities. Meaning, I'm going to light you up, but I'm going to be as kind as I can about this. I'm going to raise my voice. You don't have to yell at me. I'm not yelling at you. I'm being loud. There's a difference. Okay? So that you are not driven by destructive impulses, fear, and passion. Peace, inner strength, and happiness can only come from within. Say it again for those that are searching for it. Peace, inner strength, and happiness can only come from within. They're the fruits of the Spirit. It's your heart. You're not going to get inner strength from pumping up your muscles outside of you. When it comes down to it, your body's not even necessary for this process. It's dragging your weak mind through this. Realistically. And that will fuck up your body. As far as happiness, nothing brings you happiness. You choose, it's a feeling inside of you. Nobody makes you mad. Things bother you, and this is what comes out of it. You have ownership over your feelings. You can choose to be happy, and you can choose not to. It's like, I can't be happy under these circumstances. Really? We can find some happiness here. You're just being negative. You're choosing to be a victim to circumstance. Happiness is a choice. And that's what it is. When you're angry, that's a choice too. You can sit there and hold on to it. As soon as you let it go, you should go back to a place of peace, which is your inner strength, and that should bring you happiness. It's not always joyful, laughing, silliness. That's not the definition of happiness around here. It's just peace. I'm content. I'm cool. I'm happy. Are you happy? Do you need anything? It doesn't mean smiles all the time. That's joyfulness. That comes too. There's lots of descriptions to this. But you're trying to get to a place where you're at peace with things. That everything doesn't bother you. But in the beginning, everything does. You haven't found peace yet. You have to let all of that out so you can find your peace. It's underneath all of that. And that's where it is. I found peace after blowing my lid. Don't you feel better after blowing some shit? Blowing some steam? Blowing up a bit? I feel better. I mean, I feel bad that I had to do that, but I feel better. I feel like I was heard. I feel like a load was lifted off of my chest. I needed to let that out. Whether it be a scream, a cry, whatever, sex, whatever, I feel better. I really needed to do that. Stop denying your expressions. Okay? It's funny, I saw the guy in the elevator with my daughter too. I was like, there's the guy. I was like, he's kind of young, Mom. That offer stands, I promise you. Tell him to take me for a ride in his truck over to the lake. We could have a lot of fun. There's a full moon coming. I will use you for my own self-pleasure. Could be awkward. Could be awkward. Nah, moving on. Just saying. There's always a conscious part of you that is not old, not ill, not progressing towards death. We did a whole teaching about when do you want to die? How do you want to die? You're going to die. When do you want to die? When is a good time for you to die? You don't get to choose to die. You chose that before you got here. You do get to choose to live, and that's what I posted on my community page. When will you choose to live? And what does that mean for you? I'm going to choose me. Oh, God. When I said that, I saw Bobby. All right, dude, I'm going to do this. Why? Because this is going to make me happy. And this is what I really want to do. I'm not going to care what everybody else thinks. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to choose to live wildly. It was a great choice. I don't regret the choice. I don't regret shit. That's just how he be. You just wish it could have been better, right? Anyways, moving on. Let's see. Oh, I skipped a little stuff like this. Peace, inner strength, and happiness can only come from within you. They do not depend on external circumstances, on wealth, or a perfect body. No. That's what I said. Red got very uncomfortable. I was like, every time I see this, I was like, this is the type of jacket you rip open and you're just wearing lingerie underneath. He's like, okay. I've said the weirdest things to that man. I make him very uncomfortable all the time. All the time. All the time. Anyways, let's see. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Now is not the time to act in anger. You will regret it. Don't doubt yourself. Draw on the deep strength that lies within you to keep going and see a task through to its end successfully. Results may not be immediate, but the situation will improve, and eventually you will be rewarded for your efforts. The appearance of this card in a reading cautions you to beware of your instinctive reactions to a situation. Ooh, don't flare up. Or maybe you should. I can't tell you how to act. You have to let yourself go before you can even start tuning it. You don't even know what will happen if you let yourself go. And that's what I said with Bobby. I want to see what happens. You don't know. You can't persecute yourself for something you don't know. And you know what? I'm seeing Tree. Oh, man, I was mad at myself for acting like that with him because I knew I scared the shit out of him and I was going to, this, that, and the other. But then I realized, I was like, dude, he kept bullying me all day. He wouldn't leave me alone. I told him to back off my song. He showed up at my fucking studio time. I should have knocked that fucking, don't say it. I should have knocked that boy out. He's lucky he stepped back. Don't catch it. Don't catch one in the streets, Tree. In the essence, he was, and we had already had these battles before. He has a background in domestic violence. So when we would get into these heated conversations, I could feel it. I could feel him tower over me and him pull these roles because I myself, as a survivor of domestic violence, know the triggered roles that they play. And he would fucking flare up on me. He would flex on me. He'd get on top of me. And not necessarily, but that step to you and step over you and talk down to you type shit. And that's what he was doing while I was sitting on the couch telling him to back the fuck up. And I had to swing on him. And that's where it is. It's like, I was like, oh, everybody saw me and I'm crazy and I shouldn't have done that. And I should have just been why did you do that? Dude, why didn't you hit him? Why didn't you hit him? When I look back at it, I was like, I didn't need to. I got my point across real quick. He wasn't listening. I told him all day to leave me alone. I'm going through something intense. Pull the fucking song down. You have no rights to the song. You have no rights. pull the song down. I had to fight him. I had to go looking up my rights. I had to look up everything, bro. And I was about to destroy the whole song because he wouldn't stop. And then he still shows up in my studio fucking time and want to talk about this shit. Yeah, I had a right to swing on that dude. He wouldn't have played that with no other rappers. He would have never fucking did that with another rapper. When they would have, if Priest would have called him and said, pull the song down, it would have been down. Fast. You never made a song with Priest, and if you did, you paid him. Stupid. Anyways, going back to it. I know he'd be stalking. Going back to it, it's like, you need to let yourself breathe. Whatever fucking dragon breath that comes out your mouth, bro, you need to let yourself breathe. You've been holding it in for so long. You've been bullied. You've been silenced. You've been fucking muzzled. You've been embarrassed. You've been fucking sitting there just taking the shit and taking the shit and taking it. Nah, bro. No more. As God's dark goddess, as the Lilith, I tell you, this is what I stand for. You stand the fuck up for yourself. And don't you fucking back down. Don't you fucking back down. You have backed down from yourself your whole fucking life. You have kept the peace so that everyone else, you know what I mean? So everybody else can stay calm because you don't want to be that person that fucking blows this room up. You walk in there like Kanye West and you drop that fucking mic like fucking Marshall Mathers. Do you hear me? No, I didn't put no solar plexus juice on me. Maybe you need some. I'm serious. You tell them no to their face. No, bitch. I said no, bitch. I said no, bitch. No more, bitch. No more, bitch. I don't give a fuck if it's your mom or who it is. I remember the time my mom, I was in my 20s, she tried to lift her hand to me one more time. I grabbed a fucking frying pan and told her straight up she was in bad health. I said, I'll take out your fucking knees and I'm going straight to your fucking kidneys next. You want to make it through this? You don't never raise your hand to me again. I told her. I knew exactly her weaknesses and I told her I was going to fucking take her out. When I told my brother I was going to kill him, he asked my little brother if it was possible. This is a man that was in the military. Don't you fuck with me. Don't you fuck with me. And that's where they need to know. No more. I'm not your fucking punching bag. I'm not your fucking paycheck. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your friend. I'm not nothing to you. You treat me like nothing and I've had enough. No more. Bus stop's here. I'm about to run you over. Get the fuck out of my face. You light their asses up. You pull that strength. If you ain't got it today, it's okay. This is for tomorrow. This is for tomorrow. You take that shit when that person, when that fucking boss says that one fucking thing, don't lose your job, don't get an assault. You use a verbal assault on this motherfucker. Use a verbal assault. Marshall Mathers, a verbal assault. You make sure everybody heard it. And that he don't talk to you or she don't talk to you, they don't talk to you like that, never again. They know you're going to speak up and you're going to talk back. Enough. Rosa Parks, sit the fuck up. Don't you give up your seat, bro. You fucking don't you give up your seat for nobody. Nobody gets to sit in the above you. They don't get to sit on you. They don't get to step on you no more. That was the vibe I had today, and I'll give that vibe to you, bro. Stand up, dude. I'm about to sing Bob Marley, but then Amelia said that. She said, what does one love mean? So that's Marley. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. You have a right to be heard. Your feelings are fucking important when you fucking start acting like they are. When you start acting like it. And that's what this all was about, is I started realizing I had feelings, and they're important. And I'm going to honor my feelings. And yeah, I'm going to say some shit, but my feelings are important. And that's how this all started. My higher self, I have my first video, is my higher self arguing with my lower self, that I matter. That my feelings matter, that I need to speak up, that I'm important, that I deserve to be heard. It has to do with tree, actually. This whole thing that I'm talking about. And that's where it started. And that's where it is. It's like, no, I'm not going to not tell you how I feel. I'm not going to force those on you, but my feelings are important, dude. You're going to acknowledge how you're making me fucking feel. How the feeling I get when I'm around you and why I don't want to be around you. And that's really where you get to. The feelings you really are suppressing is that. That's what you're really suppressing. And when you get away from the shit you don't like, you find peace, happiness. And mostly it's by yourself, bro. When you break free, bro, you're free. When you're just sitting there, nobody else is telling you what to do no more. You can actually, like, make decisions for yourself. It's a little daunting. Too much freedom. You don't know. You know, when I got out of my divorce, it's like I don't know what to do with myself. Even when the kids went to school, I don't know what to do when I don't need to serve you. But it's a beautiful thing. And I hope this for you. But listen. Reverse meaning. Aggression comes from a place of fear and is the polar opposite of strength. Alright? The reverse card indicates that you're giving in to the instinct and perhaps extreme reactions. Maybe you need to. If I pulled this card today, so did I give in to extreme reactions? Perhaps. It's okay to be on either side of this card. It's just balancing it. I'll read a lot of these cards and I'm halfway in on both. It means I'm balancing both parts. There's two sides to every fucking coin. And that's it. So, if you're going to go extreme, then you understand that, you know, what pushed you to the extreme. And, you know, most of the time, we're just extremely reactive in the beginning. And you can look back at Kanye at that. We're extremely reactive. You can look at Justin Bieber for that shit. It's like we've had enough, and we've got to keep biting until they stop barking. When they know you're going to flip out, they're going to stand back, and that gives you time to not have to do that no more. People know that Kanye is going to flip out if you get too close and you get in his fucking face. People know that Justin Bieber is going to flip out and if you get too close and get in their face. People know that fucking Cardi B is going to flip out and get in if you get too close and in her fucking face. People know that if you get too close to me and I'm going to fucking flip out on you. That's not a terrible thing. That's just know your fucking place. Don't overstep yourself. Don't get too comfortable, is what that means. Don't get too comfortable. Never get too comfortable where you think that you're going to overstep and talk to someone, like, without respect, is what that means. And that's what they exhibit. You're too fucking close. Back the fuck up before you get smacked the fuck up. And what did Bieber say? It's not clocking to you. I'm on business. No, they don't get it. Until you keep... when are you going to get this? You know what I mean? Desperate. And then you look back at what happened with... Jesus Christ, I'm saying Britney. It's Britney, bitch. Damn, they fucking suffocated her. In the middle of her crisis, bro. It's nothing but fucking cameras and lights and shit like that. They're lucky all she did was fucking hit her car and not start fucking whacking people. What made you go extreme? Bro, it's been extremely bothering me for a long time. I lost it. And that's it. If you don't let it out, you're gonna blow out. You're gonna blow out, bro. For reals. That's what they said about, you know, my panic attack. The body and the mind can only hold so much before it snaps. Don't get to that snapping point, and that's what I learned not to do. Don't let things snowball. The very first flag, speak on it. Don't wait. Don't give them a second chance to overstep. If you see something that makes you uncomfortable, you address it right away. You don't stay in uncomfortability. Yeah, it's going to make them uncomfortable, but that's where you relieve the uncomfortability. Would you rather be uncomfortable or them? Why? Because you're desperate? You need something from them? The fuck you don't. The fuck you don't. Harvey Weinstein's going to ask you for something that's not ethical. Sorry, funny things. Alright, the reverse card indicates that you're giving in to instinctive or perhaps extreme reactions. You must gain control over those impulses. Reconnect with your inner strength and avoid lashing out at others in ways that you will come to regret. I've been there a billion times, I just told you. I'd lash out. It was my first time letting out. I was lashing out. And in actuality, that was my first time seeing it. I had had many stories of people telling me that that's exactly what I did with other people. But then I understood it. I was afraid of it. I'd find people from my past and I'm like, so why'd we stop talking? No, you just fucking went crazy, bro. You started talking all this shit and then you just never talked to us again. I've seen it happen a million times now. When I'm done, I'm done. I've done it to family members. I've done it to everyone. If I'm going out, I'm going out with a bang. I'm burning this bridge with me standing on it, Phoenix style. I'll rise from these ashes. I'm going down with it. Really? Yeah, you can't come back from that. The shit I say? Can't come back for that. And then it's like, well, they're never going to forgive you. And that's where I went to my video earlier. It's like, but Christ will forgive me. And all I need is his forgiveness. But you can only accept that when you have understanding. When you can look back at yourself and understand why you did the things you did. And truly ask from an open heart. I was hurting. And I hurt other people. I know now what I've done. Will you please forgive me and give me the strength to never do this again? Do I do it? Oh yeah, it's a pattern. So, like I said, you don't want to be on the other side, but sometimes you just are. Especially in the beginning, we're on the opposite side of all this good shit. When's the good shit come? After a whole lot of work. I was always on the opposite of these cards in the beginning. Tomorrow, we'll wake up with some strength. What do we need for that strength is what I asked. Battles, bro. Battles. Battle of the mind. Remember, the swords are of the mind. If it was like a real battle, like in real life, there would be a pinnacle, right? A real person. Reality is, anything real is in your pentacles or your coins. It's all in your mind is the swords. Okay? When you get to your wands, it's all about your drive. How are you pushing yourself? Are you pushing yourself? Are you over pushing yourself? Are you pushing others? Your cups are all about how you're feeling, bro. Got it? I went to 9 of Swords. Get the fuck out of here. Oh god. And then I went to 7 and 3. These are all terrible states of being. 5 of Swords is what? Okay, so maybe I don't get the job. Or maybe I do. I'm just saying. You're gonna need to use that strength for what comes next. The key word of the 5 of Swords is defeat. It heralds disappointment or loss. And this card is about consequences. You may have arrogantly and selfishly pursued your own desires, and even if you think you've won, the victory will be a hollow one. Is winning worth it at any cost? We did a whole teaching about that, and then the last thing I posted was Kobe. And that was Kobe speaking to you. I told you, Lewis, that was Kobe speaking to you. We do what we love, bro. And yeah, you can't always do what makes you happy, but you do not do the things that don't make you happy. I love what I do. And I had to stand back earlier because I was very bothered. What part of your job sucks? The people. It's the same part of your job that sucks. It's the people. Change your perspective on the people. You can change the perspective on the job. So I have to keep wiping it clear. I have to keep clearing my mind of the old and start focusing on new people. And that's what makes it fresh for me. Right? If I can just stop thinking about the ones that suck at this and start thinking about the ones that are starting this, then I can have a new perspective of what it'll look like later. And that's important. Right? So anyways, with this being said, winning, what is winning in my position? Just getting up here every day and doing it. There's a lot of times I don't want to talk to you guys no more. I feel like it's useless. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like I've given you enough. Especially this is what, my 4th video today? I feel like, is there anything more I can tell you? Where and what book? You know? But it's not about that. I'm an educator, so I will continue to do this for the next 35 years of my life, is retraining. There'll be new, teachings, but ultimately, no, I'm going to be teaching entry-level ascension classes for the next 35 years. I will get some that will become, advanced, and I can take a lot of fun in those, but ultimately, no, I'm just going to keep repeating myself for 35 years at least. And I need to accept that this is what it is. This is the curriculum. This is what you need to teach. These are the people you need to teach. It makes it really hard when you have Spicoli back there and all his friends that have been here disrupting my classes for fucking 3 years straight. Who am I talking about? Russ. You have all these people that are just sitting there making flyers and putting it in the newspaper and talking about, everything about our class and putting out all this shit that has nothing to do with it, but you still can't pass a test. It's a movie reference. A very old one, because I am old. Anyways, moving on. This card is about consequences. Yeah. Pick your battles carefully and consider the effects on others. Alternatively, this card can be about the consequences of violence and the idea that might is right. You might lose it. Looking at the two cards, using your strength and using your might, you might put hands on someone. I felt it today when I said I would rip you apart. I'd kill you with my own two bare hands. I felt the energy because I spoke it. It's like, I will fucking rip you apart with my own two fucking hands. Anything can be a weapon. That's what they taught us at Walmart. I'll take anything and smash your head in, bro. Do you feel that? What is that? A primordial instinct of survival? Anger turns to rage. Why are you so angry at Russ? I'm tired of his thieving. I'm tired of his lying. I'm tired of his cheating. He is thieving me, he is lying to the world about it, and he is cheating the entire system off of my works. He has been doing this for 3 years. I am so tired of it. Runner-up number 2 would be Mike Stud. As soon as I'm done with him, I'm cutting your little bitty balls off next. Right in between them, that's trying to get on top of that, is motherfucking Oscar. I am tired of your fucking bullshit, bro. I'm about to fucking walk from the front of the class, go in the back, and beat the fuck out of you. Physically? No. You're exactly what the Bible said you were. The enemy is a lie. He's out to steal your joy. He wants all good things in your life. He wants to take you off your path. He wants to keep you unhappy. They didn't get you wrong. What is an antichrist? Anybody that's not Christ-like. What is Russ? Just Lucifer. Is he against Christ? No. He's against God. Why? I would assume, like the rest of you, like everyone in existence, he blames God. Well, work on that. But anyways, that's where I get, and I can feel it, where you just literally want to beat the fucking living shit out of this person because you just can't see any other way to get through to them. My daughter gets like that with my son. She wants to put his hand on my son all the time. She'll be like slapping him around and pushing him and shit because he don't fucking listen. And I'm like, you can't make someone do what you want them to do. You just can't. You can't. Just get away from them. Just get away from them at all costs. Half of why the real truth of why why I shut down my Instagrams was because of him and his people. They were stealing everything from there. So I took it away from them, and they had nothing to feed. So now they feed off of me even harder. But all they can take is what I've already said. Back in the beginning, I was just letting out every great idea. Somebody write this down. You know what would be a great idea? Put this on a t-shirt. This would be a cool idea. This would be a cool idea. This would be a cool idea. And I kept just giving them away. And I kept trying to coin every single fucking one. Everyone, bro. Everyone. Down to where did his little Pirates of the Caribbean look come from? I was making fun of his girl and how she doesn't know how to take care of her black hair and that she doesn't know how to wrap it in a silk wrap. Ta-da! I told them to stop selling out to designers and start making their own clothes with their own names on it. What did Russ do? Santiago. Ta-da! A fucking $1,000 fucking bag. Who the fuck bought that? He swears that they sold out. He made 13 of them. He's done everything that he told you that this latest song was about, you know what I mean, not meeting each other's needs, which he took from me and Bobby. He's been writing songs about me and Bobby since the beginning. It's quite frustrating. But that's not all. Every single fucking song. The guy's brain dead. And if he's not stealing from me, he's stealing from little girls on the internet. I wanted to run it, I just didn't think about it. I wanted to run his numbers and see how many features he's done, and show you that all the features are up-and-coming girl artists that he's trying to rape and rob. The Divine Feminine. I was so surprised to find out that he had done a song with Logic years ago. But you can see that there's nothing between the two. And that's what he does. You saw him. He fucking, he uses artists to make himself better. He went on a whole tour with Big Sean, but they never worked together. He wouldn't... It's a real rapper. This was right around that time. He paid Dr. Dre for a beat because we were all talking about it. And I think that was around the time where I hit on Dr. Dre, because he was part of the Soul Tribe. The only reason he brought Big Sean is because I sang Big Sean songs, and Big Sean was doing music with Eminem. He's always competing. But you saw his best rap work from last album didn't mean nothing. It didn't push the scales. He had to accept that his best wasn't good enough in the rap game. So go back and make little girl songs. And that's what he does. He steals all of these artists. He asks them, like that kid that he made the Boohoo Childhood Trauma song with. That's it. He just uses people to make himself better. He's a really filthy person, bro. But he's just an archetype. There's many of them. They come in many layers. They might not be full of shit like him, like a whole 100%, but they have layers to it. 60, 40, 20, 30. What do they have? Russ? Call it Lucifer if you want. I'll just tell you it's Russ. If you need an example, you know rapper Russ? Yeah, they got some Russ in them. It's not a good thing. Anyways, I'll beat the shit out of you, bitch. If this is the case, you need to find your inner strength and stop. What is it? Alternatively, this card could be the consequence of violence and the idea that might is right. It can suggest that somebody has bullied or injured you. Again, I told you you're getting fucked. This could be a boss, a partner, a parent, or even a stranger. If this is the case, you need to find your inner strength and stop giving away your power to this person. Most of them is your parents. And the other ones are your wives. Pussies. Even if you never see them again, dwelling on the incident and permitting it to shape you casts you in the role of a victim and allows them to win. If this card appears in the future position, it comes with a warning to take precaution. Be careful. Watch out. I mean, I'm telling you what's going to happen. I don't know. Are you going to blow up? Are we going to blow up? It could. I feel like I already blowed up. On page 27, whoosh. You are wallowing in the feeling of disappointment after a setback. You're blaming everyone around you, but really the only person defeating you is you. Swallow your pride. Reach out to the other person you've argued with and try to find a solution. Quarrels may be solved with negotiation. Would you forgive him? I'd forgive him every fucking time, bitches. I just don't. There's no change. And that's where I got pissed off at fucking Jesus. How many times am I supposed to forgive him? Infinite? That just allows him. That's enabling him to be a bitch. I don't agree with God's way. I just do it. In the essence, it's like I have to forgive him to have peace. But in the essence, am I going to give him chances to keep doing this? God gives you chances. I don't. Keep doing it. Keep ruining your life. I don't care. But in the essence, just get the fuck away from mine, bro. Quit. And, the most extreme would be I shut off everything just to get away from him. Like, I stopped doing my job just to get away from the devil. I stopped saving people to get away from the devil. That will never happen. I will destroy the devil. I will destroy you, bro. And your mom saw it when I came. If you don't walk away, we're going to put you down. Which is what? Spiritually, bro. God's going to take every bit of everything away from you and put you on your fucking knees. Keep playing. Keep playing Russian roulette here. Keep thinking you're going to win. And again, you and your stupid hair product. Neither one of you have good hair to sell any products. You fucking disgust me. You disgust me. You sus. Anyways, watch out. Alright, so what I said is, we're going to wake up with some strength so we can fight our battles, move the fuck away from them, and get to the good stuff. This is the Chariot. These are serious cards, bro. I don't need to keep going past this. I mean, seriously, how much do you really need? I need my Chariots. The Chariot card represents the vehicle you drive through this mortal life. The reins are in your hands, and only you decide where you go. You have the free will to follow the path and be happy, or carry off it and crash, or sit where you are and complain how life is passing you by. I feel like that's Lewis. He carried off, he crashed, and now he's complaining how life is passing him by. How do you go back to... Jeez, bro. That's such a scarlet letter. He got a 5-place grid penalty before he even got fucking to Italy. That's what God says. He chops off your knees, bro. You couldn't win if you wanted to, bro. He took all possibility of respect away from you. It doesn't... You don't get that. For those that don't watch Formula 1. If Lewis was to get... Which he won't. But it's the expectations. In Italy, bro, they have to win. They have to. Or at least perform well because it's their home. It's the home of Ferrari. The best Lewis has been doing all fucking year is 6th place. If he gets him 6th place, it doesn't matter. He's got a 5-place grid penalty. He'll still have to start way the fuck 5 places further. The best he can do is get back to where he started, which is still way behind the points. He won't accept it. I'm sure he's having a great week. Dummy. You choose to be unhappy. I told you, God has a whole fucking fashion line ready for you when you're ready. Anyways, your success or failure is determined by the choices you make. And only when you accept this will you have the strength to overcome the obstacles you face on your journey. Meaning you planned this shit out. Oh, why is my life so hard? Because you planned it. You're the one that took the job, the wife, the car. You're the one that doesn't want to cash it out and get something better. I'm just saying, it's your life, bro. You blame it on who? Are you still blaming it on your parents? Are you still blaming it on someone else? That you can't change it. You're not doing anything to change it. Stop complaining. The horse of the chariot symbolizes duality. Two opposites standing side by side, but balanced and pulling in one direction. They represent each other. They represent each of our inner conflicts, inner conflicting opposites that pull you one way and another without being aware of why do you not feel in control of your own fate. What's pulling you? Your mind versus your heart? Let me show you like this. It's not light and dark. It's your mind and your heart, which is exactly what they say. Your light is heart, your mind is dark. You have to get these two to get to align. And that's what I tell you over the weekend. I spent all kinds of fucking time getting my mind to do what I tell it to do. You just do whatever the fuck your mind does, and you don't let your heart breathe. It's just a dead horse that you're dragging around in that body, which means you have no light. There's no light in your life because you're just doing whatever your mind says. Mass consciousness. What a waste. You and that big brain, you need a lobotomy. Moving on, the charioteer is constantly balancing them to drive them forward according to his will. And that's it. I'm not going to do what my mind's telling me to do. I'm going to do what my heart says, no matter how hard I have to fight my mind. It's hard. Take a good look at who you are, what you believe, and where you're going. Harness your will and awareness so that you can move forward consciously instead of repeating the same unthinking patterns. You're not even thinking, you just do it. You will have the power to achieve something extraordinary if you do. The Chariot is an ultimate card of action. You will overcome all difficulties as long as you keep moving forward. Be sure you know what it is that you really want, though. You may be forcing your way along the wrong path. Reverse meaning. You are overwhelmed by obstacles and problems and feel that you have no control over your life. You are wasting your energy in anger, railing against fate, life, and other people. Is this you, Lewis, or all of you? Such aggression is not strength but weakness. Channel that emotion into determination. Take control again and steer your own course. Only you can do it. See you, Kobe. Oh, man. Well, final outcome was, I'm just like, let's just move on. Let's just leave that alone. Why? Because how this reads is not so well. Alright, so that's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles tells you that you will be able to find a practical solution to all your problems. You may have to step forward and take charge of a situation or project. Be methodical with your tasks and look after all the details. Now is not the time to follow risky strategies, but stick with your usual tried and tested methods. You are reliable and prepared to work hard to get the job done. You are something of a perfectionist, but this is not a bad thing at the moment. Progress is slow but steady and sure. You may seek help from another person, perhaps at work or home, and you could be assured that they will meet your high expectations. The Knight may be a man in your life. He is serious, peace-loving, dependable, and down-to-earth. Sounds like a good guy. He cares deeply about the world and the environment and animals. He enjoys good food and beautiful things, but would never go into debt to get them. He may run his own business, but as an employee, he will be solid, trustworthy, and hardworking. This person will get the job done properly. As a romantic partner, he will be loyal and provide secure and stable home. He can be very sexy and sensual, though some might find him a little dull and lacking in excitement. Could be you. But as you read that, that's me. That's my masculine. Alright, reverse meaning. You are stuck in a rut and life has become very boring. If you want to make changes, you will have to do things very differently. You can't keep doing what you're doing. That's insanity. But this can only be achieved through effort. Gambling and get-rich-quick schemes are not going to end well. We talked about that all this weekend with Bruno and all that fucking... I mean, in essence, I'm the psychic. Why am I not out there fucking being rich? I'm the one that can fucking know the truth. It doesn't matter what the card is. I know the truth. I told you exactly how I could do this. I don't know if it's illegal. But in the essence, it's not for me, so what the fuck you think it's for you? The reverse card is a warning that in a relationship, while one partner might be quite happy to continue with the mundane daily round, the other craves adventure and novelty, and this will cause problems. One person's being suffocated to keep the peace. The other one's very enjoying this peaceful, lame, boring life. As I saw that, I saw NF and his wife. I haven't been over fucking on your guys' page for a while. I really don't know what's going on with your lives. But yeah, it sucks. Your wife is a whole fucking Susie homemaker. She doesn't even need a man, bro. You do realize that, right? I've already told you this. All she wanted was kids. She's got her own cooking channel. She's a whole fucking QVC chick. You're talking about Martha Stewart. Does Martha Stewart have a man? It's like Joyce Myers. Like, you're just there as a sex toy when she's bored. She's there to raise her kids and, be the best woman ever. What a shit life you sit around watching. Do you take notes? Do you enjoy the food she cooks you? Jeez, I bet you'd like some In-N-Out around here. In-N-Out and a blowjob, please. Oh, are we going to Vegas? Let's have some fun. Oh, Sin City? Never did a little bit of Sin City? NF has been a Christian man his whole life. He's been trapped in the mind of Christianity. He's probably had no alcohol, no weed, no butt sex. Who knows? He doesn't gamble. All kinds of shit. Who knows what religious limitations he's had. I make jokes to him all the time, offering him blowjobs. Just the temptation of it. Why? Because he's not allowed to give in to any temptation of this life. Since he was a child, he was beat by the Bible. Literally, his dad beat him in the name of God. Spare the rod, spare the child, as he told you, yes? Oh, lovely. He took a beating, and the fact that he will never break God's rules. And then he sits here listening to me, and he's like, wait a minute. I'm not sure what's real anymore. I don't know. Go find out what really makes you happy. I'm pretty sure a cheeseburger, a shot, and a blowjob might really do it for you. You might be a different type of rapper tomorrow. I feel like you're the devil trying to convince me that the grass is... I'm trying to convince you the grass is green, but you're over there eating on fucking 50 Shades of Brown, saying it's gray. I love you, NF. He is not... How are you going to let an angel not be human? That's fucked up, God. That's some fucked up shit. That's not what you came here for. You came to experience the human experience. You better have some fun while you're here. Don't create no karma, but at least have some fun. Get your dick wet. Something. Shit. What the fuck? What a waste. That's why I sent you. He's like, she'll take care of you. You'll have fun with her. Haha! She's crazy. She's our friend. Anyways, you're not going to find a better one. God approves of your happiness, NF. I'm just telling you. He disapproves of this bullshit. But you just do what your daddy said. Who's your daddy? Is it this guy, or is it our Father who art in heaven who gave you all this life and didn't tell you had to be stuck with that fucking wife? That's the institution. That's your Christian upbringing. I think you could do better in the second one. I know you're only 40, but so are the rest of us. If there's no hope for you, then what the fuck are we fucking playing the dating game about? Oh, I'm the only one, huh? I'm not dating either. I'm gonna get married, just like the rest of us. I'll show you. It can be done. Pussies. Anyways, moving on. Sorry about your fucked up relationships. That's why I stay single. The reverse card is warning that in a relationship, yeah, she loves this shit. You crave adventure. I mean, don't you want to, fuck. Jeez, life sucks for you. Have you ever drank? Does she let you have sugar? I know you're not allowed meat. Does she let you play video games? What other rules do you break? She doesn't wear deodorant. God damn it, bro. How are you gonna take... Keep the peace. Alright, peacekeeper. I don't care. I'm an agent of chaos. Who cares? I like watching people freak out. Running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Ah! It's the end of the world! Ah! It's hell on earth. It's home. Home is where the heart is. Anyways, the reverse knight might represent you or a man in your life. He is dull and plotting character who dislikes change or novelty of any kind, and he will resist it stubbornly. Jesus Christ, I feel like that's all of you. It's not like I could invite any of you to a nude beach and you'd be like, yeah, let's go. I can see Russ. Yeah, get away. Put your shirt on, bro. Put a bikini on. Jesus Christ. They're gonna think you're a chick with a dick. They wouldn't be wrong. Alright, sorry. I have nothing nice to say to him. Do you have nothing nice? I mean, he's not very nice. You are what you eat, and you get what you give. Alright. Tomorrow is gonna be a fun day, full of strength to fight your battles. So you can carry on and be free. Pretty much. The reverse of this was all bad. Did you hear the reverse? Let me rephrase it for those of you that don't want to face your reality. You have no strength. You're losing all your battles. You're absolutely trapped with no possibility of a future. Oh. Well, Lilith says you can do better. Kobe says you can do better. God says you can do better. He said to start a fire. Or he's going to start the fire. Somebody call 911. I mean, fuck off. Where's that fire come from? Your solar plexus? You're going to have a solar flare. What's in your solar plexus? It's your virtues. It's who you truly are. You need to be your virtuous self, bro. You need to let it out. Let out the fire. Really? I mean, they're not going to... From the ashes, you'll rise, bro. But in essence, you need to burn it all down and start all over. Really? I guess. I don't know. You need to set down this, the law. Whatever that might be for you. Or just break free from whatever laws you're stuck in. Whatever fucking karmic contracts you guys are stuck living in. That's a pretty shitty fucking read for you guys. Don't get me wrong, I got my own battles, and I'll try not to be forceful and shit. And, balance my mind and emotions, and that's where it is. It's like, it is what it is. And as much as I wish it would be something better, I'm going to try for something better. Something better. I hope it ends in sex. Nope, ends with more fighting. More disputes. They're not going to like this. They're going to argue with you. I don't care. Who's fighting? It's either an internal fight or it's an external fight. And that's, that's pretty much, it really should only be internal for a while. People shouldn't be fighting you on the outside. You're just fighting yourself on the inside. But you might have to break free, you might have to fight some people on the way out. I do a lot of that. There's a lot of conflict around here. I cause a lot of conflict. Why? Because you just need to set your boundaries, bro. You need to push people, you have to push that front line back. They're overstepping. They're coming too close, bro. They're stepping up on the fucking plate. And then nobody gave them permission to even be on the field. Really? Yeah. That's what it is. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable, bro. Don't think that that you've got a reserved spot in my life, bro. You're easily getting pulled out real quick. And that's it. It's like, they get too comfortable and they start acting, entitled to your time, your energy, your everything. Like, I don't have to be anything for you. My presence is a present. And you're taking advantage, taking my kindness as some sort of weakness, and I'm gonna have to take my kindness back, and this gonna be some weak ass shit when I have to walk away from you. That's kind of what it is, and it's be careful of the might and fight, but sometimes, bro, sometimes you just gotta let some shit out. And as I'm talking to 2,500 men, telling you not to fucking, not to wrestle. Now, it doesn't sound right. I'd like in a perfect world, you'd like to tell a whole bunch of men not to fight. But we're telling them to fight for their freedom. They might have to swing their way out. Hopefully it's not on no women or nothing like that. Because you're definitely going to get locked up doing some stupid shit like that. But you need to break free, and it's not usually about your fucking, It's an inner battle. You might have to push her out the way while you're walking out the door. But be careful, she might say that you did a lot more as you pushed her, and that's why you just keep your hands to your motherfucking self when this type of shit goes down. Do you know what I mean? And nowadays, domestic violence, it goes both ways, bro. They're taking it. They're taking both of them. In the state of Colorado, they push the charges. They decide. Based on your stories, bro. I've seen both parents go twice. They both go. Why? Because they both fucking were, They both were abusing the other, whether it was verbally or physically. Oh, you put your hands on him? Yeah, I slapped him because he was fucking standing in front of me and he wouldn't get out my face. And then he grabbed you? Yeah. So now both of you are going. You both had physical altercations. They've got fucking charges on both of you. They're not waiting for one of you to push charges. They're trying to figure out who they're going to put these charges on. Yeah? So maybe don't do that. Maybe just keep it to words and, walk away kindly. I don't know what state you live in, but don't play that game around here. You don't use your hands. You use your words. And that's it. Somebody's getting too close, you back up. You don't push them out of your way. That's going to start. It's going to start it all. Now it's you've made contact. That starts it all. Back up, bro. Back up. Just back up. Quietly. Remove yourself. Don't worry about taking all your shit. It ain't going nowhere, and if they destroy it, you didn't need it. Just back up. Get away from the situation until you can de-escalate the situation. But yeah, there's a fight ahead of you. That's exactly what these cards are saying. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. for your right. And given the fact that it's a 3-day, all right, so every time there's a 3-day weekend, the next work week is hell. People come in on a Tuesday like they missed Monday and they hate their lives. And there's even twice as much tension on a Tuesday after a holiday Monday. For real? For real. Don't fucking do this in the car on your way to work. That person doesn't deserve that. That person doesn't deserve that. If we're talking, you save the fight for the real fight. Don't just be fucking fighting everyone because you're just in a fight attitude. And again, use your words wisely because you can't take them back. And they will be held against you in a court of law, whether in this law or in spiritual law. Really? Mm-hmm. I'm empowering you to, as the goddess of war, to pull out that sword. That's what I said, you know what I mean? I carry Michael's sword. That's the sword of truth. I've got God's strongest weapon ever created in all of the gods. The sword of truth. All you need to do is speak the truth. Your truth. Don't be talking other shit. Just speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Speak your truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I have felt that I have been disrespected since the beginning. I have felt that this is not right. I have felt this. And based on my feelings, I'm going to take my feelings elsewhere. Well, if that's how you feel. Yeah, that's how the fuck I feel. If you start using words like think, they're going to start saying you're crazy. When you start saying I think, you're like, well, they can change your mind. Or you're out of your mind. When you start acknowledging your feelings, how are you going to tell me how I feel? They can tell you how to think, but they can't tell you how to feel. Okay? Hey, I love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now. Maybe not.